It was the kind of morning that held too much silence, the kind where the world feels like it's waiting for something to go wrong, or something beautiful to happen. In the quiet hills of Westchester, New York, a tall iron gate creaked open, letting in a humble woman with tired eyes and a warm smile. Her name was Rosa Delgado, a 32-year-old single mother who worked as a housemaid in one of the grandest homes on the block. Every weekday, she caught the same bus at 6:05 a.m., wearing the same faded gray uniform and carrying the same worn-out handbag that once belonged to her mother. Rosa never complained. She was used to surviving. Life had never handed her favors, but she never expected anything. She worked, she loved her daughter fiercely, and she believed in doing what was right, even when no one was watching. Her employer, Thomas Grayson, a 60-year-old venture capitalist, was the kind of man who measured worth in numbers. He believed in results, not emotions. After his wife passed 5 years ago, he became more withdrawn, more suspicious of people's intentions, especially those who worked in his house. His home was spotless, his schedule rigid, and his trust nearly non-existent. That Monday morning, Rosa entered the mansion through the side door as always. The air smelled faintly of espresso and lemon floor cleaner. She tied her apron, took a deep breath, and began her usual routine, wiping down the counters, fluffing the pillows, and dusting the bookshelves in the study. It was in the study that something unusual caught her eye. The painting above the fireplace, the one that always sat perfectly centered, was slightly askew. Curious, Rosa stepped closer, tilting her head. She hesitated before reaching out and gently nudging the canvas. To her surprise, the painting swung open like a door. Behind it was a wall safe. But what startled her more was the fact that it was open, not even locked. Inside, piles of $100 bills sat stacked in neat bundles. Jewelry boxes glistened under the soft light, and gold coins spilled out of a velvet pouch. For a moment, time stopped. Her heart pounded. She had seen safe before, but never one so carelessly left open, and never one that held what must have been millions of dollars. She looked around. No one was there. No footsteps. No sound. Only the distant ticking of the antique wall clock. She stepped closer. There was no camera in the room that she could see. No alarm. Just her and the safe. A single thought echoed in her mind. No one would know. And yet, another thought followed, louder and heavier. But I would. Rosa stared at the stacks of money, her hand trembling near the door of the safe. Her daughter, Elena, needed urgent dental surgery they couldn't afford. The insurance denied coverage. The cost, $9,400. Her rent was overdue. Her landlord had given her a final notice. The bus she took every day had broken down twice in the last week. One bundle from that safe could solve everything. She blinked back tears. She took a step back. No, she whispered to herself. This isn't mine. Rosa grabbed a piece of notepaper from the desk and scribbled a short message in her slightly slanted handwriting. I found the safe open while dusting. Nothing has been touched. Just wanted you to know. Rosa. She folded it carefully and placed it beside the safe, then gently closed the metal door. She didn't think much of it after that. She finished cleaning the study and moved on to the rest of the house. The moment haunted her, but not because she wanted the money. It was because for a split second, life had tested her, and she didn't know if she had passed or failed. She never told anyone what happened, not even Elena, but someone had been watching. Thomas Grayson had planted a hidden camera in the study weeks ago, after growing suspicious that his staff may have been snooping through his things. And that morning, he had intentionally left the safe unlocked, not because he was forgetful, but because he wanted to see what Rosa would do. He had his doubts. She was quiet, respectful, but no one was perfect. Later that evening, he reviewed the footage on his phone while sipping his evening scotch. He watched as Rosa discovered the safe. He saw her pause. He zoomed in and observed her every breath, every moment of hesitation, every battle in her eyes. He watched her write the note. He watched her walk away. And he put down his drink. For the first time in years, Thomas felt something crack beneath his armor of cynicism. It wasn't just what Rosa didn't take. It was what she chose to leave behind, her integrity. The next morning, Rosa found an envelope on the kitchen counter with her name on it. Inside was a letter. Please meet me in the garden office at 10 a.m., Mr. Grayson. Nervous and unsure of what to expect, Rosa showed up at the time requested. The garden office was rarely used, bright, full of books and fresh plants. It felt warmer than the rest of the house. Thomas sat behind a wooden desk, a large envelope in front of him. He looked up, gestured for her to sit. "I owe you an apology," he said quietly, "and something more." Rosa stared at him, confused. "I left the safe open on purpose," he admitted. "It was a test. I wasn't proud of setting it, but I needed to know if I could trust the people in my home." Her face paled. She looked down, unsure of what to say. "You passed," he said softly, "in a way I didn't expect. And you reminded me of something I'd forgotten, that honesty still exists." He pushed the envelope toward her. "Please open it." Inside was a check for $50,000. She gasped, holding it like it was too heavy to carry. "I can't take this," she whispered, choking on emotion. "You can, and you will. Use it for your daughter. Pay your bills. Take a break if you need it. You didn't ask for anything, Rosa, but you gave me back my faith in people. That's worth more than all the money in that safe." Tears streamed down Rosa's cheeks. All she could say was, "Thank you. Thank you so much." What began as a trap ended as a turning point. Rosa used the money to get Elena surgery. She paid off her debts. She didn't quit her job. Instead, she stayed by choice. She even helped Mr. Grayson reconnect with his estranged son, who later started visiting the house more often. Thomas, changed by the experience, started a small scholarship fund in Rosa's name for immigrant families working domestic jobs. One moment of truth, one honest decision, had rippled far beyond what either of them expected. And so, in a world often shaped by suspicion and fear, Rosa's quiet act of integrity lit a beacon of hope. Not because she did something extraordinary, but because in a moment where no one was watching, she chose to be good, and that changed everything. Moral: sometimes the richest hearts come from the humblest homes. And when life tests you, pass quietly, because someone may be watching, and the reward may be more than you ever imagined.